Yo, what is going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the biggest mistakes that you do not want to be making in the sports card market right now. I know it's a little bit of, choppy waters in the market right now in terms of prices dropping, prices bouncing back pretty fast. So it's just overall a very volatile time for sports cards. And I want to make sure that you're not losing big time on it. So I'm definitely going to be giving you guys those tactics. But before we get into that, as you guys know, I'm hosting this giveaway for this Karl-Anthony Towns Prism PSA 9. If you would like to enter into the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, comment the word done, and you will be automatically entered to win this Karl-Anthony Towns Prism PSA 9. 3 easy steps for a free chance at a Karl-Anthony Towns Prism rookie card. So definitely go enter, but without further ado, we are going to hop right into this video. So the first big mistake that I see a lot of people making is relying too much on eBay, buying too much on eBay, selling too much on eBay. So first of all, when you're buying on eBay, the seller that, is selling the card to you is netting roughly 90% of what you paid. And on top of that, you could have taxes, right? So it could, depending on where you live, you could end up paying 15 to 17% more than the seller would have taken, right? Than the seller gets, actually. So making more in-person deals allows you to save money as a seller and a buyer, because all those 15 to 17% of taxes and fees, all that gets eliminated. So if you're a seller, you can save, say if you split the difference, say, you buy it for 5% under comps, so the seller nets 5% more than he would on eBay, and the buyer saves 5% more than they would on eBay. So that's essentially, a good business tactic for both buyers and sellers. So I would definitely urge you guys, if you have any local shows, if you want to use My Slabs, which only charges 1% seller fees, those are definitely the places to go, because those fees really can eat into your margins. If you're buying a card for 80 bucks, selling it for 100 bucks, you may not make profit if you're selling it for 100 bucks on eBay, given shipping and fees, right? Whereas if you're selling it in person, of course, you can actually make that $20. And then if you're buying, if in person, I'm usually offering 15% under eBay comps. And a lot of the times the sellers are willing to accept it because they don't have to go through the hassle of posting it on eBay. First of all, when they sell it on eBay, they're going to have 10 to 12% worth of fees. They're going to have to deal with shipping. So it allows you to essentially have a lot more negotiating power, given that the seller is able to save on fees. So I definitely urge you guys to, try to look for cards on Facebook groups, in person, at shows, different places before looking to eBay. I use eBay as more so a last resort. If I really need a card, I will go there. But at the end of the day, I'm always looking to get it for 15% under eBay prices. And that's where I can find them on Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, My Slabs, because on My Slabs you can also get great prices that are under eBay, because the seller is only paying 1% fees. So when you do that, essentially you're able to get stuff for under eBay comps, which is always the smartest way to go, because you leave yourself a margin from the very beginning. So you don't have to have the card go up 15% to see your margin. All you have to do is be able to flip it to the right person, and you can get a margin even with the card staying stable. So that's definitely one thing I would highly recommend. And then another thing is not following basic supply and demand tactics. I see a lot of people always chasing the hype, I call it. I would definitely think, buying during the off season is the smartest supply demand tactic you could possibly find. During the off season, there's always more supply on the market and less demand because there's nothing really coming up. But if you can kind of hold off for 5 to 6 months, you can make great returns just buying when the demand is low and the supply is high and prices are low. And during the season, every single year, demand picks up because players start to play again. And it's simply an easy way to take advantage of, a simple supply and demand theory, right? So I definitely think also when you're buying into players and they start to have really big games and their demand all of a sudden shoots up, soon after demand shoots up and the prices are up, that's when supply is going to hit the market, because now with the new price of a card, more sellers are willing to sell it at that price. And then prices go back down. We've seen it a million times. When the Warriors, for example, they started to really win during the playoffs, and people were like, oh my God, this team's real. That's when we saw prices jump. When they actually won the championship, we just saw supply go too high and prices did not go up. We've seen this with multiple championships. Even with the Bucks, when Giannis won the championship, prices did not go up. And a lot of people, it doesn't make sense in their head that a player can win a championship and their prices don't go up. It's simple supply and demand tactics. A lot of people are wanting to sell it when they win a championship. And there's no reason to buy it because there's nothing to look forward to after. So essentially, what happens when a player wins a championship nowadays is for the short term, supply is up and demand is low. And that's a simple supply and demand theory that I think a lot of people don't quite grasp because they're focused on this player won a championship, his prices should go up. But that is not always the case. You always have to keep in mind, what is actually happening in the market. When a breaking news happens and a player gets traded, all of a sudden you see demand shoot up, and supply is, going to follow when prices go up. So that's always something to keep in mind. If your player gets traded, if you see a quick jump in demand, it's a good time to sell, because that's what a lot of people are going to be thinking. And when a lot of people try to sell it, then prices go back down because supply is going up. So you definitely want to keep in mind basic supply and demand tactics. Another big mistake that I see people making in the market right now is when new products drop, people are buying singles. That is probably one of the worst ways to lose money, just because it's the most basic kind of understanding that I feel like everybody in the market should have. When new products drop, a lot of breakers are going to start to open up the products, and a lot of people are going to be shipping out the cards to the people who bought into the breaks, who will then sell the cards. So it takes a few weeks for supply to hit the market when a new product drops. So if you're buying at the very beginning, supply is artificially low, and supply, no matter what, is going to 10x in, a month or two, right? As people open up the product and sell the cards, supply is just going to go like this. So unless demand is absolutely skyrocketing, you're always going to lose if you're buying in singles of a new product that just released. So I definitely recommend give it some time. If you're, the new Prism NBA drops, wait a few months at least to start to see supply hit the market so you can really gauge the market, because oftentimes when a product drops, prices are sky high for singles. We saw that when, LaMelo Ball's Prism year dropped and his base rookie cards were going for $300 raw. And then supply hit the market and now they've absolutely tanked. So I would definitely suggest just never rushing into buying nor selling. I think, oftentimes when people are making rush decisions, it's always not the best decision. I think there's a lot of panic in the market when you see comps go down. And I would definitely urge you guys, just in terms of, I would say use your resources, as much as you can. There's different auction houses to buy from. There's different places to buy from. There's different places to sell on. There's different places to look up comps. I see a lot of people who are just checking comps on eBay without, checking on any auction houses, not even Card Ladder. And oftentimes there's no eBay comp in 2 months, and there's a new comp at, say, Premier Auctions that is 60% lower, and you're buying it based on the eBay comp. So definitely be searching for comps. Do your research, because if you don't do that, you're going to end up paying very high for certain cards when you could use, an auction house comp to really help you in negotiation. So I definitely urge you guys to be really doing your research when buying, especially high-end cards, because eBay is not always the place. For sealed wax, for example, I see a lot of people selling sealed wax based on eBay comps, when I think a lot of people know in the market that eBay is not the best place to be buying sealed wax from. It's just not as trusted, I guess one could say. So the better sealed wax places to get those comps are auction houses, StockX, and other trusted, platforms. So I definitely urge you guys to really, broaden where you look for comps, and, kind of use those to negotiate your price down for a lot of buyers and sellers. Because a lot of times, auction houses, they may be posting up thousands on thousands of products in one auction, and there could be certain cards, certain boxes that end lower than eBay comps. As a buyer, I'm always looking for that, to use that to negotiate to get a better price when I'm buying a card. So I definitely urge you guys to look at all that. I hope this video helps some of you guys out. If there's even one little thing you can take from it, I'm glad that you could get that out of it. Once again, if you would like to join in on the program, or once again, if you would like to join in on the giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, comment the word done. Thank you guys so much for watching. And other than that, I'm out. Peace.